Hey everyone, my name is Carl. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called TicTail. Ours is a very simple idea, and sometimes I guess it's the simple ideas that are the most powerful ones. We're creating an e-commerce platform essentially for all the people that doesn't care about e-commerce. Like all the micro businesses, the moms and pops, an e-commerce platform for the mainstream. The people that worry about creating a great design, furniture, baby clothing, but don't worry or know what terms like SEO or SEM means. And it actually started with one of the moms and pops, a store. There we go. A store called By Mutti. I've noticed there's a lot of Germans at this conference, and for those of you who are German, you know that this means like by mother. And it's actually the first store on our platform. A year and a half ago was my mother's store. She makes ceramics, and it's a quirky little business, but she, in a sense, became the benchmark customer of TicTail. Since then, we've come to power more than 30,000 active stores, and it's everything from tech magazines like The Next Web that use our platform to sell their merchandise, to Kickstarter campaigns such as the Transparent Speaker that use our platform as a natural next step after a successful campaign, to global brands like Lufthansa, and I would never have guessed that they would be on our platform 2 years ago, that use TicTail not as their sole e-commerce provider, but as means to create pop-up stores, a way to combine marketing and sales in one place. In this specific scenario or case, they collaborated with galleries in Berlin. They took their artwork and they made it available online. The twist was that if you bought any of these paintings, a ticket to Berlin to pick it up in the gallery was included in the price. Wired magazine once called us the Tumblr of e-commerce. And I hold on to this description and I repeat it until it becomes truth. In the sense, I like this description a lot because of two things. One, Tumblr entered, in a sense, a crowded market. There were a lot of blogging platforms out there already, but they introduced a next generation of blogging, and they made it available to a new audience, an audience that normally wouldn't have expressed themselves online. They competed not through sort of new algorithms, but through user experience and the emotional bond between them and their users. And it all comes down to sort of the unique interface of TicTail, the core, what we call the TicTail feed. Because we realized that for these merchants, these micro businesses, it isn't enough to just help them to start an online store. It is much more about what happens next. Like, how do you get your first traffic? How do you get your first sales? So the TicTail to-do feed, we essentially automate unique personal advice to all of our store owners on a weekly basis. It's everything from the simple stuff, right? Like, you haven't tweeted in 5 days. Here are 4 things you could write about. You received an order, don't forget to ship it, or you shipped this order 2 weeks ago. Why don't you follow up and see if they're happy with it? But this is also how we sell the premium features of TicTail, the add-ons. Because we'll tell our store owners, we'll give them advice such as, last week, you had 5 abandoned carts at a total order value of £300. Do you want to win them back? You can install the abandoned carts applications at £10 a month. Or last week, you had 500 visitors that didn't continue to make a purchase. Would you like to retarget them with a Facebook retargeting campaign? And we combine sort of data and the events that have happened to our store owners, and from that data, we derive tasks, actions, suggestions that helps them to know what to do and when. But it's not only we who develop these apps. We decided to bring in some help from the developer community around us, and we introduced TicTail apps.
We spent every weekend hacking on TicTail, and every month we would save half our salaries. It took us 6 months to launch the first store. Today we're in 110 markets, and now this, TicTail apps.
What we're doing now is opening up our app store for other developers. We do this by providing the same tools that we use internally to build apps to any developer who wants to use them. I think for every good idea, there's a place on TicTail.
They have a simple product. one of the easiest APIs out there to work with. If you want to do anything e-commerce and you're a developer, you should absolutely give TicTail a try.
And by opening up the App Store, you can work with best-of-breed companies like Syndicate to enhance and extend TicTail.
The concept of the feed is unique for TicTail. People won't go to a marketplace to discover apps. The apps will find them.
The TicTail feed is probably the most interesting and innovative part of the interface. The way they've combined essentially a to-do list with something like a social network feed and made it an easy-to-use and fun way to manage your store is really brilliant.
I think a lot of developers and startups will appreciate how easy it becomes to reach thousands of small merchants through TicTail.
We see that they have a huge group of existing storefronts that could already use our product. And the rate that they are growing is phenomenal.
Getting a community of developers actually innovating upon TicTail platforms, I think it's huge.
The TicTail community is a global community of entrepreneurs. We've got our team, our stores, and now you. It's all about building tools that empower people.
As of this, we're moving towards becoming the OS of e-commerce. We're just getting started.
So for each app developed on TicTail, we use an Apple model where we would charge a 30% commission. Obviously, on our own apps, we'll take 100%. Our ambition is quite simple. We want to become the world's most used, but maybe more importantly, loved e-commerce platform. And one of the key things that makes me believe we'll reach this point is the fact that when we survey our store owners, 81% have recommended TicTail to a friend. This is a business-to-business platform that people love to use. We're currently launching more than 4,000 active stores monthly, adding more than 50,000 unique SKUs to our platform. And these products are an interesting indication on what we can do in terms of consumer discovery. We're a small company. We're 15 people and 14 people. And that's our growth has been strictly organic. We have a fixed burn of about $150,000 monthly. And there's no market spend here. It's just through product and the fact that people share and love to use this service. So in short, TicTail is a freemium e-commerce platform that actually helps you to sell. We're 100% built on apps, and we're creating an infrastructure or a community of developers around our platform. But not only that, a TicTail store is not a lonely island on the internet, because when you find a store that you love, you can subscribe to it. And by subscribing to it, you can find new stores, you can get updates when they release new products and discounts. I'm going to end on this picture. It's our team, and the fact that we founded this company 2 years ago, and I'd say that of what we're trying to do, we've achieved about 1%. We're really just getting started. Thank you, everyone.